am giving you a warning. Warning. And you say it's time. That's how it's worship, Jesus. I am giving you a warning. So put up there, worship. Jesus Christ is in the air. Love it tonight, the mighty man of God. Somebody big up Jesus.
Leroy St. Paul, good night to you. Yes, we will be on every night this week, yeah. I don't know the Friday night thing does go, but we on, yeah? Antikia May! And folks, yes, you can call me directly. And you can call those of you who want to use the overseas line. You can call us on the overseas line. The phone lines are open. Yes, the WhatsApp line is open. Let me just pull it up so I will see when you're ringing. And you understand? You only know what has happened with the boy, yeah. The Talking Points crew, good night to each and every one of you. Hey, Mr. Handsome, good night to you, bro. Yeah, Mr. Handsome, what's up? My good friends out there in St. Lucia who are looking in tonight, I say a special good night to each and every one of you. And my good friends in St. Vincent, yeah. And my good friends out in Jamaica as well. Those of you listening in North Carolina, South Carolina. Wherever you're listening, we say a special good night to each and every one of you. Yes, it was. We taking one. Yeah, let me take one more.
Jesus, and wave your hand. Too many man.
Yeah, after that kind of, we have to take a blessing there.
Talk to me tonight. Too many trials.
440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Yes, you can call directly. Yeah, you could call straight call. You could call WhatsApp.
To remember. Come on, man. We have done. There is so much.
And of course, remember, we have the overseas line for those of you who are out there in North America and would like to call in. That's 347-329-3101.
Behind me. No matter where you are.
Pennsylvania. Good night to the listeners out there in Pennsylvania. The listeners out there in Texas. I know the New York listeners, I know they were having snow yesterday. I don't know what the weather conditions are today, but I know that you all were having some serious snowfall. Yes, your partner, mine, send a thing. And let me see which one is that one there. Yeah, that is this one here. Yeah, let me see. Let me hold on, caller. Just trying to make sure I get the right one for you there. Hello, good night. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, good night, caller. We're hearing you. Go cut and go through. Listen to the phone line, man. Listen to the phone line, brother. Don't listen to the radio in the background. Hello. Okay.
Sheldon.
Yeah, talk to me on the phone, man. You ain't call me on the radio. Talk to me on the phone, brother. Go ahead. Cut and go through.
Sheldon.
Yes, sir. But I was about to do it myself, and you know better because you called this program before. So you know when you call me on the phone to talk to me on the phone and don't listen to device in the back to hear me say hello for you to say hello because I go hang up. You know that. Right. I know the voice. I know who call it. Call back. And do it proper this time because I know you have a contribution to make. 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers to call. And you can also call us on the WhatsApp. That's 440-7377. Yeah. But you just have to put the 1473 before it. Plus sign 1473-440-7377. Save it in your phone and you can call us. So give us a call. Yeah, wait now. With my music disappear too now. We can't let her get out with it.
The right road to choose.
I haven't heard from Texas listeners for a while, man. Yeah.
I said somewhere over there is cool clear water and the sea is what. Come on, we have the one.
Chris London, how you doing, bro? The geezer. I wonder if the geezer know on. The geezer, yeah. I mean, I've been off there, you understand? There was absolutely no way I could have done the program in that last... No, I couldn't. No. And once I could, I will, but there was no way I could have. And I do humbly apologize for those of you. I know many people were reaching out trying to find out what was going on, and so. No, I mean, yeah, your boy there.
How you do?
It has been I'll say it has been an interesting year for me. I have spent most of the year out from home. Yeah? With people lying on my name. But anyway, I've spent most of the year out from home. Yeah? And outside of that, I went through a medical episode that in my 49 years, I've never before, outside of probably when I was born, had to overnight in a medical facility and ended up having to do that for an extended period of time. Nah.
Everybody.
Not saying it. I mean, it is what it is.
Everybody do so. Everybody. For your night almost.
But I'm good now. Don't worry. I'm okay now, yeah?
Something.
Well, let's see. Drop the weight and thing. Yeah. Boy, ready? You ready for them? Yeah. Ron Julian, good night to you. Antonito, give me a call. Let me check the phone line, man. Ian out there in Canada. Patricia and Matthew in Canada. Well, I ain't hearing all you do. Antonito, you ain't here when I say, oh, you do a credit. All right, cool. Do we have a call online? Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, brother.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm fine, man. You hearing me clear?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Man,
welcome back, man.
I had to put all kind of thing together in a hurry this evening, you know.
Well, you know that is the thing, you know. I mean, technology is there for everybody. I mean, we have to know how.
This time I had to ask for help. Believe me, it's not me. This time I had to ask for help, boy. I couldn't handle that one.
Well, I mean, we all each other keep up. I mean, we have to ask for help when we need help.
Yeah,
and right now we ask for help because Grenada need help and I need to tell
Well,
meeting them off the bat.
I have been hearing about the situation with the roads and so on, and I'm hearing that even what I'm passing on now is improved to how it was recently. So I have been hearing about the situation with the roads and the lack of proper strategic planning in the execution of the project, which is causing the backlog in traffic here and there and some of the things. Now, I think people need to understand, yes, we need development. This was a project that was under the New National Party being executed now. People play like they lose it and they went back and they get it. Wasn't NNP lose it? They lose it and they go back and get it. But so no matter which government, you had to have that level of the roads being unpaved for a period of time. But it is how you do things, not what you do, but how you do it. Yeah, and I think that is what is upsetting a lot of people, my brother.
Well, Sheldon, to be honest, let me tell you the honest truth. I've been going on the island a couple of times for the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, week before, I've been up on the east, the northern side, I go and I come down. I even went to a funeral Thursday gone.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, Sheldon, I remember back in 2018, you had people going on with the phones and filming, what's a hole here? And they posting it and they thinking, Sheldon, you drive. If I leave my house right now, besides this concrete road where I'm living inside my road here, which NNP did, and they always say, well, we can't hit roads. Yeah, ministers say we can't hit roads, right? And I take that road, go down by from the coke factory at the bottom of Maras Hill. From the time I leave that junction, there's holes from there, go right up to Grenville. And if anybody who support any system line, come right now and plan us me.
Oh God, no. We're not on the violence thing, so we ain't going to tell them plan us you. And not plan us, you have to say it properly, plan us.
Because if a line, come and do it. And then when you leave, if you leave Grenville and you're coming on the eastern side, it's more What is wrong with this? I don't know. To me,
I haven't
it's
been
like,
to the western or eastern side yet. I just got in yesterday. So I've been around town, and I live in the south, so down here in the south and so I've been around.
Sheldon, get a vehicle and drive. I want you Bolio this afternoon. Bolio, go up to Boca this afternoon. There's a spot in Bolio, Labary Hill. There's a spot in. If I'm lying, I mean, you have a minute. You have an MP, a PR that say you doing things in the Northeast. Go to Bolio and watch me. This is not a joke. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you what I'm seeing in my area where I travel on a daily basis.
I think.
No, go down on the eastern side.
Go ahead.
Nah, boy. These men, them people, it's like you're passing by the cliff by Woburn, Woodlands, Gap down there, and people seeing. Let me tell you what men I bet you say there. I say, watch. These men pretending they get so good at doing nothing that people believe they do things. You know what they do? No, they parking up vehicles on the side of the road down in Woodlands. I passed there this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And if any of them tell me a lie, come up and ask me that. That's serious. This is what's happening.
Man, why you keep asking for that? Why are you asking for such violent activities?
I'm so convinced, and I'm sure that right that they can't go and do it because I want to go and see for themselves. And you see the posters and that nonsense on Facebook. Huh? You all say you are the best carnival for the year. How much thousands of flights come in? How much money you all make? You all can pay, you all back pay. Come on. The same thing that you all want to do. Oh, well, fire them. People see them on Facebook. Fire them. But in 2018, when certain people say, well, they're taking rest and reflection, there's no such thing in any union contract in Grenada called rest and reflection. You leave your job. You basically walk out of your job. And you could have been fired for that. Instead, your salary been docked. You all lose that quotas, but because you all want good relationship, you pay it back. That's what happening now. So the same set of people that was justifying now to pay the teachers the money, they said, oh, send them the workers on the airport. They live like hypocrisy in this country. Yeah?
Well, I'll say this, my friend. During the period of the new National Party, they made sure that these people and the workers down there could say if we lying. NNP used to try the best to make sure that these workers got their just due, that they got their little kakara. It's Christmas time, you understand? So NNP used to try and make sure they got that. And I will say I was affected, and I can tell you it has negatively impacted the island. I was waiting for, I was the first person actually trying to board my flight on Saturday to return to Grenada on Saturday. And we were not able to board. You had people that were coming out of the UK, connecting through St. Lucia, heading into Grenada, and they had to be housed and so on. They had to put them up in guest houses and hotels and so, and feed them and so. And these are people that miss a day that they should have been spending in a hotel in Grenada or using a taxi to go up to Granatang or so. So it's not just the people on the airport. It is the significant amounts of money that are being lost by the country. I mean, yes, they have their booking at the hotel already. So the hotel money is one thing. But outside of that, you have the restaurants they may have gone and eaten at, the bars they may have gone and drank at, the taxi drivers that would have benefited from them taking them on a tour to town or wherever, and the other bits and pieces that they may have bought when they were in Grenada that were not done because these people now have 1 day less in Grenada. I spoke with some of them. I'm not saying this off the top of my head just like that. I was on the flight. I spoke with some of these people. I was housed with some of these people, so I know what I'm saying. I know of situation of other people who are bounced off of certain airlines and are being told that the next flight they'll be able to get is Christmas Eve.
Look at that.
And I'm not blaming. And in all of this, let me just make it absolutely clear. They said lucidly. Yeah, let me just make it absolutely clear. I am not blaming the airport workers. I'm not blaming them because any worker who has a grievance can withdraw their labor, so they go on their strike. Within reason, they went on their strike. Because if you're a worker on the airport, you know that you've been sick. You bring in your sick leave. Yeah, my brother, you bring in your sick leave. Then the Prime Minister of the country, the minister with responsibility for your area, is there saying, well, they're playing sick and they're taking sick and they're always sick and all kind of thing at the airport not making money. The same people who were boasting about the airport, oh, we put air bridge and we expand it, like if that had anything to do with that. But we put air bridge and we expand the airport. All of a sudden, the airport isn't making enough money. We can't pay bonus. You were able to find money to buy van for you to drive up and down, but you couldn't find the money to pay the workers down there. Yeah? They find the time and resources to rent a place for the Prime Minister of this country. The same man that was talking down to these people is renting a building when there's one for him for free. You don't have to pay for it. He's renting a building, $20-something thousand a month.
This is what I was coming to. The gentleman himself had a meeting with the workers. This man said on a program. So like to the workers, like if I was working in that place, in that company or in that situation, I would have been very, very disrespectful. I mean, come on, that disrespecting me because you can announce something like that on a program, and then you have other people that support this gentleman, boasting about what vision and transformation and all kind of nonsense, all kind of name to give this man most honorable, all kind of stupidness. And then look, there's another issue going on again with the teachers at TAMCC, and I give him Mr. Hazard kudos. Keep the pressure on them. You know why? Because what has happened? If you don't, we are going into a dystopian state where nothing you can say to please anybody right now. Their supporters, they're in the country, so they don't care. You hear they saying fire them on the airport, fire the teacher on them. Now they're saying the same thing that it was against in 2018, 2013, right? But you see, that's the reason why I keep saying on election day, each of us, we have to go down and vote. And I keep saying again, NMPites, mind your business. I will say that again. I know it's Christmas time. We shouldn't be talking much politics, but that's what the men do. They're using that as a
talking politics. What we just talk politics around the Christmas dinner table. So we're talking.
Because you know what I'm seeing? The Prime Minister, for instance, does be posting things on his page at his monitor. And this man is not here. I see that more than once. Because I see it for myself. I see post certain things.
Oh, you mean the posts from things that happened the week before to give the impression that he's in the country? Yeah, that ain't fooling nobody.
When you ask where the Prime Minister is gone again, and then you hear a different person acting, not the star boy again, not the usual star boy that losing marbles in Parliament or in the budget. To me, this man had a mental breakdown. Something wrong with you. But he knows that. But they posting stuff that is not, it is factual, but the Prime Minister doesn't be here. And that is a tactic, and we have to pay attention to it. All I'm saying, NPIs, mind your business. Make sure you all go through the list, because this election is very soon. Mark my words. Sheldon, I'll give somebody else a chance.
All right, my brother. 4407377. That's 4407377. Yes, you can call us directly, but you can also call us via the WhatsApp, and you can call us on Why just forget the overseas number when I'm ready? 34. Anyway, I'll get that just now. You go come back. Yeah, sometimes I just have a senior moment in junior time. You understand? Things happening. Yeah, real things happening, boy. Ask them fellas at them who want to go to the parts place. Yeah, ask them. 347-329-310. I could say it now because I seen it on the screen. 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers. If you are in New York, we know some of you cold right now. They've been shoveling snow and things yesterday. I know for today, I ain't talked to nobody up there today. So I don't know if they're shoveling snow and things. Mr. Adrian Watts, good night to you, sir. Good night to the lovely, the beautiful Mrs. Watts. We hope that you're both having a fabulous night tonight. Yeah? Yes, indeed. Yeah, they said things happening. Things happening. But it's what kind of things that's happening? Yeah? Things happening, and you ask yourself, well, what kind of things that happening? Because my brothers and sisters, when you go to the supermarket, you are faced with the reality of the constantly increasing price of foodstuff and basic items that you need for your home. Not want. Notice what I say. Basic items that you need for your home. You are faced with the reality of that. Some are all afraid. What are you going to face when all you go to do the Christmas shopping? All you're afraid. When I say all you, we, because afraid too. We afraid because we know what we are going to face when we go to the supermarket. Somehow we ain't putting up no Christmas lights because we know what has been happening. I spoke to an individual today. Their electricity bill was constantly in the region of $200, a little over $200. Now the electricity bill is constantly, for the past 4 or 5 months. Yeah? No, not the 4 or 5 months. How much? 3. Is over the region of $600. 600, from 200 and something dollars to $600. And there are many other people that are going through that situation. That is the things that are happening. But you see, they are living in their own lie. So that is why the Minister of Finance can come out and speak the absolute hogwash that he spoke, talking about cost of living is not a real issue, is not people saying that, all this nonsense. He can come out and say that because he doesn't feel the pinch. Remember, this is an individual that has his own CBI company. He has a CBI company. Yes, a citizenship by investment company is directed by the Minister of Finance. The same individual that has to give concessions to the people, the developers in CBI, is also involved in CBI, which in any other country is a direct conflict of interest, but which in Grenada seems to be pretty well and okay for everybody. Well, not everybody, because it ain't okay with me, and I'm sure that many of you who are listening now, yeah, it is not okay with you. But these are the situations when they talk about things happening, those are the things that are happening. These are the can't get it done crew. So you're looking at the Woburn Cliff project. So now you have the problems with the traffic along the Grenada's main road and even through Grenada's Valley now, because a lot of people trying to avoid the main road. So they're heading to Grenada's Valley, and then they're meeting up with the people who are being forced now to have to go through Woburn and Woburn area, Woodlands and Woburn area, because of the cliff project not being completed. This is the madness that we're going through right now. So the cliff project, up to this date, the 15th of the 12th month, 2025, is not completed. Up to now, they go back and resurface Molyneux. Somebody call and tell me. They went back and resurfaced Molyneux, or Molyneux is still in the same situation. I ain't up that side yet. Because Molyneux, they had opened the bridge, but they didn't resurface the road as they were supposed to resurface. And then you have the River Road project, where we were told by the Prime Minister, I can't pull clips tonight. Well, I could, but I ain't connect my audio. Yeah, we have the Prime Minister on record saying that the bridges for the River Road project were here on island. And we're speaking getting close to 2 years now that the Prime Minister of this country stood up in the parliament of this country, yes, that is the things that are happening, and said to us that he had the 2 bridges were here in Grenada and that those bridges would be mounted. All they had to do was the abutments. That was the exact word he used, the abutments. After that, in a press conference, we had the chief technical officer speaking about doing this project in the dry season. Well, I don't know if he meant the dry season of 2026 or 2027, because it certainly did not take place in the dry season of 2025. And by God alone, we did not have more flooding taking place along River Road. And for all those who've been trying to convince the Grenadian people that the flooding was not because of the incompletion of that project, you all need to go get your head checked. Because obviously where the water crossing is over by Steels. A bridge that should not have been there, according to the words of the Prime Minister, because the bridges are here. That's what he said. But then again, if you have a Minister of Infrastructure who is never here, the individual holding the office of Prime Minister of Grenada has spent nearly 1/3 of the time as Prime Minister outside of Grenada. That's if he ain't gone now again. 1/3 of the time as Prime Minister of Grenada, he has spent it outside. So you have a high-level delegation at a point in time that there is tension in the Caribbean region. where there is a belief that something might happen. And you have United States senior officials coming to Grenada to meet with our people. We don't have a military, we have a police force, so meeting with our police force and senior people there. And the Minister of National Security decides that is the point in time that he wants to be somewhere else. So he's not in the meeting with these people. At a point in time, like, you know what you're hearing, you listen to news, that's, yeah, things happening. We know things happening, planes flying certain place, radar certain place, bomb dropping certain place. We hear it. And we're not saying we're on this side or that side. We are saying that as the Minister of National Security, he did not follow on his responsibility that he has sworn to the people of Grenada. Well, actually, King Charles, but we could talk about that the next day. Sworn to the people of Grenada to uphold. And he, it's abrogated. He didn't take follow up his. That's the word that was used. Yeah. Bottom line, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. The man disappeared. So you had William Thompson, who by and large is the worst commissioner of police that you have ever heard about in the history of having commissioners of police, or police commissioner, however you want to call them, in the island of Grenada. And he's supposed to be advising or some kind of thing. So you had him. You had a permanent secretary who in the morning could find herself in another ministry. So you put the permanent secretary in the Ministry of National Security, who is a person that the Prime Minister here, that is one of the only positions the Prime Minister could actually have some leeway with. And that permanent secretary could find herself in education tomorrow. She could find herself in agriculture tomorrow. They could find herself in some other ministry other than national security. Yet still you had that minister, that permanent secretary, your commissioner of police, yeah, well, that's the senior military person on the island, you had him. But where was the Minister of National Security? The Prime Minister of the country, when something that important was being discussed. We know what's happening to the south of us. We hear it. It's in every news publication, not only in the region, outside of the region too. Though there are some here in Grenada want to hide their heads in the sand like if it's not happening. But we hear what's taking place. And we also hear the deafening silence of our government. Don't be fooled. Not because there's a radar in Tobago means that there's still not an intention for one in Grenada. And our government has gone silent in relation to this particular issue. Don't let them fool you or lull you into a false sense of security that issue is all well and done with. Remember, the application to the government of Grenada continues to be, up to this point in time, that the government is going to take prisoners, deportees who are non-Grenadians into Grenada. They're asking Grenada to do that. And Grenada has to answer in relation to that. And Grenada also has to answer in relation to whether or not you're going to have that radar facility placed at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. I ain't saying do it. I ain't saying not to do it. I'm saying our government needs to speak to us, because I know sometimes when I talk on this issue, some fast people just want to find like I shouldn't talk on it. So I'm making sure I clear what I say. No, I know all listening, so I want to make sure they hear it. Yeah? Well, just no, I'm saying. So we need to hear our government speaking on these issues. We need to hear from our government whether yes or no. Also, the Grenadian people know what to expect as we go into 2026. We need to hear from them. It cannot continue being silence at the lambs. We have to hear some bleating somewhere. And at this point in time, we still are hearing absolutely nothing from the administration. But if we was to talk about Sheldon Scott, the same people who ain't telling you nothing about radar, the same people who can't find themselves to meet with senior people in the Trump administration in relation to regional concerns. The same people who can't find the time for that would have called a press conference already just to speak about Sheldon Scott. I no middle name, so don't expect me to call no middle name there. Just to talk about me. They could find the time to call the media and bring them into a room and spend time to talk about me. So I am more important than the request from the United States in their eyes. Not in my eyes, not in your eyes, of course, but in their eyes. Understand, this is the situation that we're dealing with right now. So when they're talking about things happening, that's the kind of things that happening. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
I'm more than good and I'm gooder than great.
Yeah, Sheldon. Sheldon, what happened in the country is hard time. Hard time happening in the country where the Prime Minister has no respect for the people. He don't see and talk, he don't have program and passing out and say no pay, no back pay for the workers on the airport. Look at what they treat him, the teachers, right? Look at what they teaching them. The teachers work hard. They promise them they'll get more, they'll get the 5%. And in the middle of the night, as a thief.
Well, I have to ask a question, my friend, because I'm not clear on the TAMCC issue. I know there's an issue of somebody that was dismissed, and the union is claiming that they have not been treated fairly. So there's also an issue in relation, because as I said, I wasn't here, I'm not clear on it. So I just want to be clear, and I don't want the listeners go there with the wrong idea. So is there also an issue in relation to payment of teachers? I just want to be clear on it, because I am not clear.
Okay.
No,
Yes,
I was asking,
Yeah.
so in case you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Sheldon. Look again the situation, medication at the hospital. No medication. Right? That was happening. People walk in, get money 3 months, 2 months, 3 months after they walk and they get paid. And brother Sheldon, I want to say again, this Christmas will be the worst Christmas the greater people enjoy. The worst Christmas because who getting work is a group of people, the friends and friends. Where the poor man catching the hell to make his meat. They have a family to take care of. They have the things to buy. But the money don't reach on the ground for the poor people to have a good Christmas. And brother Sheldon, what happened again? Money coming from the Latu office to help give hampers to the 10 MPs. Like if the money from Latu is only NDC money and only NDC people that play Latu. Well, instead of the government help the United people, the Prime Minister and the entourage is a big divider and bringing the most hatred among the people who are going to Carriacou and Peter Martin. In Latu, everybody play Latu. So if you want to give money for the 15 constituencies, you give it. But you want to give it for your MPs and them, and not for the other 5 or the other 5. Well, I want to say again to the people going to Carriacou and Peter Martin, you deserve better, you deserve a leader care, a leader had love, and we want to make sure everybody benefits. And what we are seeing is, based on the statement the Prime Minister made, the only reason why the NNP get in, because the real NDC don't know who's the real NNP. Who's the NNP? Brother Sheldon,
all right, thank you, my brother. 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Also, you can call us on the WhatsApp. Hey, Kiame. Like, can we go and take our rest? Kiame. Kiame. Can't going on there. You gotta call your boy. Hey. Yeah, that the office and I had to make sure and bring a salary for her, yes, because I had to make sure and bring the salary for Camille, because that was the office, that's where everybody going to find out what's going on and so on. Yes, indeed. 440-737-347-329-3101. Folks, also, the caller mentioned something there. And I want you all to tell me if you all find that right, if that is proper, if that is correct. You have a situation where the government of the day have decided to give apparently Christmas treat to different MPs. But the MPs on the opposition benches, from what I've been hearing, I don't know if they went and give them today or they finally decided giving them, were not being afforded the same level of assistance that the ones in government are being given. All you find that right? You all think that that is correct? That only government MPs are being afforded that? So the people in St. Mark, apparently, their MP isn't good enough to give the thing to, and in St. George Northwest, and in St. Andrew Southeast, and in St. Andrew Northeast, and in Tonga St. George, that these MPs don't seem to be good enough to get the thing to. We want to know. You understand? We want to know. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Welcome back, Mr. Sheldon. Scott, I miss you on your program, man. I see you where you gone in the week.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Glad to see you back, man. That was my favorite programming.
All right, man. Well, we on. And we'll be on for the entire week this week. God's willing.
Oh, yeah. Ade.
All right, thank you. All right, my brother. Tito! What's up, my brother? Tito! How things going with you, man? Yes, indeed. 440-737-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to come and get onto the inside. And I see my Lucian friends checking in. Yeah. All your boy there. Yeah, all your boy there. Yeah, so is this fair? Can we as a society look at this and say that this is something that's being done that is correct? That only the government, and from what we're hearing, it seems as though some of the caretakers may also be benefiting. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. So I wonder if this is a problem on my end. Hello, good night. Hello. All right, doesn't seem as though the caller is able to hear me. Yes, caller. So I need somebody to call me on the local line. Let me double check if it's a issue on the line here, so I could have the tech take care of that tomorrow. Well, it wouldn't be tonight. We got to take care of that tomorrow. I'm checking the board for myself. Everything seemed to be okay there. Yeah, everything seemed to be okay there. Now, anyway, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that's taking place in our country. And I said tonight is year in review. And we're looking at different things, not only tonight, for the entire week. We want to look back at the year 2025, the highs and the lows, and the various things that have happened in our country. And while we do that, though, I want to make sure that I do this every night. We need to keep an eye on the voters list. I'll explain why in a while. We have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi, good night. Yes, caller, go right ahead. You're live.
Huh?
You're live. Go right ahead. You're on.
Yeah, and you just say call you to find out if we're hearing.
Nice, great. So you're hearing.
Yeah, I'm
Lovely.
hearing. But I hear you low though.
No, but it's mainly to hear you. So you can go ahead.
And the Molinier Road have a lot of holes, some big hole. If you walk in there, you're going to break your foot.
We foot.
Understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I call you to find out.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
All right, man. Blessings. Yes, indeed, folks. And I'll warn you all. Because I've been either involved or keeping a very close eye on several elections this year in the region. And I'll tell you that it is very important that we keep a close eye on the voters list. and no matter if you think you just win your constituency by a big number, keep your eye on the voters list. We have a caller. Hello, good night. Hello. Oh, that person hung up. Yeah, keep your eye on the voters list. You may very well find that there are people being added to the voters list in your constituency who legally and otherwise should not be on the list. And if we talk about it every night, and when we see each other, we mention it to each other, and we make posts about it, and we do podcasts about it, but none of us take the time to check the voters list for ourselves, we go end up in problems come election day. And remember, we could sit and say, well, okay, election's going to be next month, and election's going to be next year, election's going to be year after. We could sit and say all of that. The bottom line is to be ready for it whenever it comes. And that's not just on the party central. That is on each and every one of us. As lovers of Grenada, have a responsibility to ensure that we keep an eye on the voters list. Not when you realize they're having a rally here and there, and they're having meetings, that election's coming up. So it's time for all of us to run and look at the voters list. Too late shall be the cry. Because you may very well find many people on the list who you can't get rid of before the election date. You can't get rid of them. Or you may not have enough time to go through the volume and to verify all of the people who are on the list that you don't know. So it needs to be a constant thing. It can't just be when elections coming. I think too many of us as supporters of the New National Party take a lackadaisical approach to the work of the party. And again, I'm not speaking about the main body here. I'm speaking about us, the grassroots, the supporters out there. Because I hear the statements from some people. Don't worry, man. When the campaign start, I go start to do this. And when the campaign start, in a lot of instances, it is too late. You have to do your work now. And don't say, well, okay, after the Christmas, January. No, now. You don't know if the Prime Minister is going to decide he's going by the Governor General the day before New Year's Day, Old Year's Day, and go and say, well, watch, we're calling the thing in 21 days, so before the end of January, election's done. You don't know that. I don't know that. So we must act as though that is always a possibility and do the work that is necessary. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Yeah, I just wonder if you have any information about this guy at Bolio and this other one in Carriacou.
Mm-hmm. You wanted to give some information? Hello?
All right.
Oh, caller. Yeah, no, you go ahead, caller. You go ahead. Just go ahead, because I realize you're having a problem hearing me, and as such you're trying to listen otherwise. But you go ahead. Yeah? I know it's going to take a second or two for you to hear that. But you go ahead. You see, I know you're now hearing what I was saying. So, because you're listening otherwise. And I think it's because the mic is low. But you go ahead. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Well, I've done what I can do. Yeah? So folks, when you call, if you're calling the straight line, just go ahead. Yeah? You just go ahead and say what it is that you have to say. Okay? Yeah. Would Mr. Pinkalas? Carriacou? Yeah, let me say a special good night to my relatives out there on the lovely island of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, the lovely islands of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I hope all is well and okay with you all. Yes, you all will be seeing your cousin very sooner than I think. You all will be seeing your cousin very, very soon. Yeah, need to go up Carriacou, but yeah, I need to go up, check my family and them kind of thing and make sure everything. You understand? Right, yeah. We have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
You understand? Right here.
Good night.
Caller on the line. Let's go to the phone.
Go ahead, caller.
How are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. You go right ahead.
Let's go to the phone line.
Just load the volume in the background, please, because it's throwing you off. Just take the volume off of the device in the background. That's throwing you off. And go right ahead.
Mr. Sheldon.
Hi.
Good night. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. You go right ahead.
Long time I didn't hear from you, man. I was missing you. I was searching for you, but I couldn't find you. But now I get you now.
Yeah.
I had to take a month off. I'm calling from Canada.
Canada in the house. How is it going?
Good, man. Good. I just want to say thanks for the information that you have given me. You and Mr. Pierre and Mr. Donald for all the information you have given us. It's just one thing I want to say that all the program I'm listening, I just come to one assumption that Mr. Dickie Mitchell, I think he's a seed, a dictator seed, planting himself to be a dictator for Grenada. And I just hope that you guys keep doing a good job, that the diaspora could understand what's taking place in Grenada. So keep a good job and keep doing a good job, and God bless all of you.
No problem, Canada. You have a
hope I can see. Maybe one day I can see you guys.
No problem, my brother. Just remember, if you want to get away from the snow, you could come to heaven. That is Grenada. Yeah.
I know. So you take care and keep doing a good job.
All right, thank you so very much, my brother.
I just feel sorry for the people of Grenada, because on Saturday I was listening to a woman crying out. I heard a woman crying out. They pass and they give out food, and they don't give the woman food. And my heart goes out for that woman. But I pray that one day that things will change and keep our eyes on the voters list.
Yes, must do it.
Because we cannot afford another 5 years of this NDC government. Another 5 years and we'll be underwater.
That is true.
So take care.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Yes, indeed, folks. And the caller has made a very valid point there. If we drop the ball and we allow this incompetent group of people, gotta show you their incompetence. It's not me, say, the Minister of Health, which in any other country, you know what happened to him. The Minister of Health said that healthcare has not improved in Grenada over the past 2 years when he said it. And in other words, over the period of the NDC, that healthcare in Grenada has not improved. That was said by the Minister of Health. And the man even blinked when he said, we have a Prime Minister who is the person that signs off on CBI programs, the CBI citizenship and so on, who is the owner of a CBI company that has not been debarred from doing business in Grenada. So we don't know if he's signing thing for your own company. We have a Minister of Finance who also has a CBI company. And if I line on you, Mr. Minister of Finance, sue me. All you know is to find me. When all you want to send police to people's house, all you does know is to find them. And all you know I enter the country because you all are the ones that had my name. Like if I am some kind of terrorist, you all are the ones that had my name on a watch list at Maurice Bishop International Airport. So you all know where to find me. So if what I'm saying is not true, the same way you want to send other things, sue me. If you are not the person that is in charge of that particular citizenship by investment program, and if it is not a conflict of interest, and times like this we have to ask ourselves, where is the integrity committee? But then sometimes I just give them a little leeway and say, sometimes the problem is us. Because have any of us made an application to the integrity committee to investigate the matter and come to a conclusion as to whether or not there is a conflict of interest there? Because there must be a conflict of interest. That's in my view. But the integrity committee ain't going to take the time to go and find out things like this. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Nothing is forever, eh? Just remember that. Nothing is forever. So we have those situations. You still have a Prime Minister. All you want to come down on me. You all still have a Prime Minister taking $20-something thousand a month. It is unconscionable when people can't go to the health center and can't get medication, and paying for a place when he have a place that he could live. But you mustn't talk about that. You could either look at ground God. So we can't say anything in relation to those things. We're not supposed to. And when people like myself speak out, or others speak out, they try to shut us up. So they take all the government and statutory body advertising as much as they can away from Real FM, because they find Real FM does bring that program sometime. So take all the advertising away and shut them down. That's what they believe they're going to do. Shut down all the dissenting voices. Send your little minions. Me don't care about them who does be on internet calling people name and saying things about them, because none of them can meet me in my face and say it. So me don't care about them. But they just send the little minions as soon as you say something that is anti-government. These people that never even watch a budget presentation or listen to one, these people who never even know anything about governance of a country, want to cuss you and have the worst to say about you. The online army of trolls, which is why when I hear the Prime Minister talking the other day about behavior on the internet, watch a bolt of lightning should have come down and strike in between he and the guest and the host. I ain't saying hit either one of them. I say should have come and strike in between both of them, because that was hypocrisy of the highest order. You and I know, all of us know, that the nastiest set of people you could see attacking people online these days are supporters of the National Democratic Congress. If you only say something positive about a member of the New National Party team, one of the candidates of the New National Party, if you say something positive about any of them, all of a sudden you are under attack. They find all kind of things to say about you. They're making up things that are even true and say about you. All kind of things. They're cussing your whole family. They're going back and find out who was your ancestor in Africa and all if they have to do it, and say things about them too. This is the behavior of his trolls that he has on the internet, and not once has he taken to a platform and said to them, stop it. Not once has he taken to a platform and said to these people who do like Grenada is for them alone, and the rest of us have no rights here, and the rest of us should have nothing to say here, and the rest of us should not see wrong and call it wrong. They attack us for that. His army of online trolls, and not once have we ever heard him say to them, stop it. What have we heard? Him go and stand up in Bojeju and say to the Grenadian people, some all you're complaining NDC ain't getting. Well, all you have to make us know who is the NDC. In any decent democracy, he'd have been dragged before a committee to answer for those statements, because he's basically saying Grenada is for one set of people and not for all of us. And yet still, some of us ain't supposed to talk. We're not supposed to say nothing because we're supposed to afraid somebody or afraid something. I'm telling you, if you bow down your head to them, they go bust it. Don't bow your head. If you bow your head to them, they're going to bust it. Speak for your rights. Do not allow these people to get you silent. Don't allow these people to make you keep your mouth closed. I ain't talking now because I'm afraid they pull the scholarship. For my child, I ain't talking now because I asked for some material under the housing program. It's your money. It's yours. And in the same way that you all were able to talk during the period of the New National Party, you all were able to talk and say things. Speak and say it now. Speak and say it now. But they say speak of forever, hold your peace. Well, the peace that you go hold is because you lose the whole. So you only get a peace. Speak or forever hold your peace. That is what is taking place in our country. So if you come out, and me have to defend the individual about the name here, if you come out like Justin Pierre and you make certain statements that the government don't like, they send the hitmen and the bagmen and the sandbagmen and all these kind of people to attack you. And to say the worst about you. And as far as I know, that is probably one of their own. But because they don't like the message, they decide to destroy the messenger. That is what is happening in our country. When they say things happening, those are the things that are happening in our country. Those are the things that are taking place there. The reality of the mothers who cannot provide for their children. The reality of the mothers that has been sending the little message. And you all know, and I'm speaking to the government here, you all know, because you all have spent an extensive amount of time hacking into people's phones and hacking into people's social media accounts and hacking into people's computers and listening in on people's conversation. You all have spent a significant amount of time macroing to know the reality of what is going on out there. You all see when these people send the messages to some of us and they're asking for the help, even if it's at $50 they could get to do something. You all know very well the reality of what is taking place out there, but you all refuse to accept it. And the reality is that a lot of people in this country catching the hell. Imagine a person working for $1,200 and getting a light bill of $600. Just think of it. They didn't have no air condition. They didn't have no electric cooker. They don't even have a washing machine. They're washing by hand. But this person is getting a bill of $600 for electricity. And the salary is $12. How you expect them to survive? And if they go in the supermarket and they see an item and forget to put it in the basket and they go outside and they go back in the supermarket, the cost of the item raises. Every time you go, the cost keeps going up, 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 up. Like some of them NDC blood pressure when they're watching this program. That is the reality of our situation in our country at this point in time. And we have to speak about it. We cannot just sit down and remain silent. But at the same token, we have other work to do. It is now the 12th month of the year. Every one of you listening to this program at this point in time, let me see how much of you are there. I did not check for a little while. Right. Getting close to 700. All of you, all of us, like to include myself, have a responsibility to find, to convert or bring back 12 people to the house of the new national party. All of us have that responsibility. Some of you ain't, I doing it, you know. Some of you ain't following your responsibility. You have a responsibility to find 12 new people. People who were supporting the NDC or some other political organization. You have a responsibility to find them and bring them back into the house of the new national party. You have a responsibility to find those who have traveled far from home and now are singing, Lord, I'm coming home. I've traveled far away from God, but now I'm coming home. You have a responsibility to go and find them. You have a responsibility to hold their hands and bring them back into the house of the new national party. Because right now we take off the door. We have space. We have room. We have bunks. We have space inside of the house. It is time to come home. Many of you strayed during the last general election. Many of you upset right now. You want to cut off the finger. Many of you, when that light bill hit you, when that water bill hit you, when you go in the supermarket and you're so ashamed because you have to be putting back goods on the counter because you didn't realize you don't have enough money to pay for it. When the children need things and you can't buy it. When you go to the health center and you can't get the medication, you are upset and you want to chop off the finger. I said, don't chop it off. Healthcare ain't good enough to put it back for you here. You're going to need that finger in time to come. Because the same finger that put them in is the same finger that go take them out. You know it, I know it, and don't believe that they don't know it. They know it too. That's why some of them trying to fill their pocket as much as possible before the bell ring. Because they know the bell ringing is not the beginning, but the end for them. Do your work, NNPites, do your work. Don't go there and be upset with a person because they left the New National Party and they went and they voted for the NDC the last time. Bring them home. Don't be vexed with them because they go in this, whatever they call it, bowel movement or whatever it is. Bring them home. They may have traveled far away, but bring them home. Now is the time for consolidation. Now is not the time for kicking people. Now is not the time for you vote for that. There's not the time for that. Now is the time to speak to our brothers and sisters and educate them as to the realities of what is going on in Grenada. There are many people who are living overseas and they are unaware, fully unaware of the reality here in Grenada. But you see a lot of them online and they're saying this and they're saying that and so on. They're Grenadians. They are Grenadians. Just remember, before anything else, remember first and foremost, all of these people, whether you like what they say or don't like what they say, remember first and foremost, they are Grenadians. Secondly, remember that as Grenadians, they are entitled to their opinion, whether they out 2 years, 20 years, or whether they out 40 years. They are Grenadians and they are entitled to their opinion, whether you like it or not, on what is taking place in Grenada. You have a responsibility, especially those of you who are here in Grenada, to educate those who are not here on the realities of what is taking place. Because this administration is using social media and other mechanisms to give a false impression of what is taking place in our country to the outside world. Working along with bloggers, AI technicians, and even Romanian bot farms. Yes, as far as Romania, bot farms. If you know what a bot farm is. No, a bot farm is a place that you go and these people could give you a 2,000 likes on your program. And they could give you a 50,000 views on a program and so. And give the impression that many people are interested in what you're broadcasting. So they have gone so far as to get Romanian bot farms. And I can tell you Romanian because that's where you're coming from. I know what I'm saying. I know very well what I'm saying. And these people are intent on giving an impression to the outside world that is not the reality of Grenada. And if you don't get up and speak up in relation to your reality, in relation to what is going on in Grenada, then the people who are feeding at the trough of the corruption, that is the NDC, these are the people that will be putting their messages out there and making people feel everything all well and good in Grenada. And you, on election day, election night, will hold your head and bawl in sackcloth and ashes that you have given another 5 years to this corrupt, incompetent group to manage the affairs of our country. Take me to court and call all your corrupt. Tut mun bagay, all manjak. Take me to court. Because what do you call what they are doing? Up to now, you can't have the investigation in relation to the National Lottery Authority. A minister was fired because the minister tried to get the government to do the right thing. Fired. Just because he exposed wrongdoing within the government. Now we're hearing about some kind of thing in gravel and concrete. I don't have the details. So me ain't calling name, me ain't even calling gender. But you're hearing about thing with the board of gravel and concrete. And mind you, it's their own people talking about that particular one. Was not the NNP that brought that. That's their own people that came out talking about that. So these are the situations that we are faced with in our country. So when they say things happening, these are the things that are happening. And brothers and sisters, pay attention. In roughly 15 days, a little over, give or take a day or two. Well, about give or 2 days. The fishermen of Grenada will lose the millions of dollars that they usually make in sending fish out to the United States. That market, that door will be shut in the face of the Grenadian fishermen and women, because a woman does go and fish too. I know girls that does go and dive lobster and thing. The door will be shut in their face due to the incompetence of this administration. They're rushing, when, last week or week before, rushing to put something in place now. Fully well knowing, they just want to say that to hold people, fully well knowing that the legislation is only part of what the US is asking for. They are asking for data. They are asking for these people to provide information on bycatch. In other words, things that when they go out, they catch, they're not supposed to catch and they throw back. All of this information has to be provided to the United States, along with the implementation of the legislation, before there is a consideration of avoidance of the ban. Yet still you have people who say there's MP for those areas, like my brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petit Martinique and St. John. And even on the eastern side, you have people that say there's MP that representing these people and will not give a proper report, truthful and factual, to these fisher folk who are worried about their source of income going into 2026. These people are worried. In some instances, many of them will end up, and I'm telling you what they're going to do. They're going to go and register their boat in St. Vincent, and they're going to start to sell their catch, because they ain't going to stop. They need to make their money. They're going to start to sell their catch on the Vincentian market through the traders in St. Vincent, because the ones here can't send it up to the United States. So they're going to take their catch, they're going to send it to St. Vincent, they're going to register their vessels in St. Vincent. And when they start to make their money up there, you better hope it's not as good as the money they're making down here, because by the time it takes for the stuff to clear down here, don't expect them to focus on patriotism when you didn't focus on patriotism to safeguard them. And say that's how they're going to come back to Grenada and register the boat and start to work here again. You're going to be losing a multi-million-dollar business to a sister territory. You're telling all you guys what's going to happen. You already have some of them that went and registered a boat in St. Vincent in the first place, through Union Island and all kind of thing. So go ahead. Go ahead. NNPites, play the fool and see what happens to you. Don't do the work and see what happens to you. And I keep saying the work, and I'm telling you all what the work is. Find 12 new people. If you can't find 12, strive for 12. If you fall short, you fall short. But you all have the numbers. You all know the phone numbers of the people that in 2013 and before, in 2018, you and these people were on the bus going to rally together for the NNP. You were on the bus with these people going to village meeting and general council and convention. And you know their name, you know their number. And you know that they have strayed away from home. And you know the Good Shepherd says that he will not leave that one sheep astray. He will bring them back into the fold. And as such, we, as Good Shepherds of the New National Party, have the responsibility to find the young ones that are being bamboozled by the glitz. They are being bamboozled by the glitz, who are spending time focusing on how the Prime Minister looks and how the Prime Minister dress and the aesthetics of the individual, and not what the individual is doing to their country. Not what the individual is doing that is going to negatively impact their future. Go and find them and bring them back. They are your children. They are my children. They are our nieces and nephews or grandchildren. Go and find them and bring them back into the house of the new National Party, because there's a concerted effort by various groupings to ensure that the new National Party does not return to office here in Grenada. There are individuals who for now they're going to remain nameless with deep pockets, who are interested in maintaining the status quo because their pockets get deeper as long as this administration stays in office. But they don't care that you can't access medication. They don't care that your children, at times you can't send them to school. They don't care about that. We have a caller online. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Yes, Sheldon.
Yes, sir. Come on, caller. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do me that, man. Just talk, man. Go ahead.
In that house we have a mansion, boy.
Of course.
Yeah, we have a mansion, not a house we have a mansion, boy.
All right. You know we don't take two calls, eh? All right, my brother. Thank you.
We have, man. You must say that how we know it.
All right. The symbol is the house. Are you using house?
Everybody could come with a mansion.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, that, okay.
Okay, yeah. We stay in brand specific. Our symbol is the house. It is all encompassing. We are welcoming to all. Yeah? We are welcoming to all. Every vote counts. And do not be bamboozled and misled, because I will tell you all one of the tactics they intend to use this election coming. We go say it tonight. The intention is to put another candidate outside of the NNP candidate and the NDC candidate, to put a candidate to take votes away from the new National Party. That is the tactic. They were able to do that in St. John the last time, because if you check the margin and you check the amount of votes that the third candidate of the GULP, Mr. GULP, got, you realize that those votes in the normal process of things would have fallen within the realm of the new National Party. But you know, some of the older folks, once they see that symbol, they just remember Uncle Gary and they have to vote for it. Once they hear the surname, they think. And these people know that they could not win the seat, but their intention was to damage the new National Party and pull votes from the NNP. The same thing that you're hearing about movement and all kind of thing. They know, I know, and you should know, there is not a seat, none, don't watch tongue, none that they can win. But the intention is spiteful. The intention is to pull as much votes away from the NNP as possible. That is why you have to understand. You have to tell your children. You have to tell your neighbors. You have to tell your workmates. You have to tell your students. You have to tell everybody. A vote for anything but the new National Party is a vote to keep the NDC in office. If you vote for the movement, you're voting for NDC. You vote for any other party that comes up there. You take that, you go in the polling station. Take God out of your thoughts and put a mark for anything but the NNP. You are voting for the NDC. Because they know it. You don't think that these people are intelligent enough to know for a fact they can't win a single seat? They know it. They know that third parties are not welcome in regional politics in the general sense. I see some of them talking about, well, look, 2 independents win in St. Lucia. Stop teaching people stupidness. I was there. The 2 individuals are far from independent. Independent means that you are not getting assistance from anybody else. You stand on your own. These 2 individuals, Richard Frederick and Stephenson King, are in an arrangement with the ruling party. They are not independent. Stop spreading stupidness. How you could be independent but you're in an arrangement with a political party? Then you're not independent. Because the ruling party in St. Lucia told their supporters in those constituencies, vote for these 2 individuals. They are not official members of our party, but we are in a working arrangement with them. They're not independent, so stop that foolishness. Third parties do not fare well in Caribbean politics. It's a fact. What they do is that they take votes away from one party to cause the other party to be able to win. And do not be surprised that these third parties, be it movement, be it GULP or whatever version of GULP, because for Mr. Michael Baptiste, that is not GULP, but whoever, right? So whatever version of that, when you hear the cry, you may very well realize that they are in a working relationship with the ruling party. You may very well hear that their job is to take as many NNP votes away from the new National Party to cause the NDC to be able to win a seat. You know it. When they started their tactics before, with their drip by drip resignation of people, some of these people resigned and they wasn't even a member of the party. Imagine resigning from a party that you're not a card-carrying member of. So you had some of these people resigning and signing letter and sending in to give the impression of turmoil, chaos and confusion within the new National Party. And it's only when we call it out and we show it as it is that they had to realize, well, everybody know what's going on now, they had to stop it. Do not be fooled by these individuals. Some of them know they can't even get back the deposit on election day, but they go in there because they have a hatred for the new National Party. Not a dislike, not a simple disdain. They have a hatred for the new National Party. And as such, their intention is to try to destroy the party as much as possible. A vote for anything but the new National Party is a vote for the NDC. Just remember that. They have their platforms. They can go and put their messages there. I put in mine here. A vote for anything but the new National Party on election day is a vote for the NDC. You put a vote by the DPM is a vote for Deacon. You put a vote by those so-called independents is a vote for Deacon. You put a vote by any other party because you're not going to party name jumping up and thing. Bunch of failures. None of them worth this all this the thing on. A vote for any of them is a vote for the NDC. And don't be surprised if somewhere in the background you realize that there is a working and financial relationship between the NDC and these third parties. Do not be surprised if in the future you hear this come to light. Do not be surprised that there are working relationships taking place there with the sole intention of keeping the NNP, who they know is the better party, who they know has the brain power, has the experience, has the capability and the competency to properly run the government of Grenada, not throwing an eye in it and ruin the government of Grenada like the present administration is doing with their incompetence and corruption. That they know the NNP can do the job, but because they want another opportunity to fill their pocket, right now they forget pocket is bag they walk in with. They want an opportunity to continue doing that, and because of that, you see them getting into these marriages of convenience. And you won't see them walking as a married couple. You won't see them cohabiting together. But mark my words, there is a relationship between the NDC and all of these offshoots you're hearing about. And the sole intention is to destroy the NNP. If I can't get it, nobody mustn't get it. Destroy it. If I can't be in charge, nobody must be in charge. Destroy it. If you come from a party, I go talk. Me ain't go sit down there and allow all you to do what all you're doing and destroy my party. Well, you got attempt to, you can't destroy it. My party is strong and you're moving on. I ain't go sit down there and just let all you run all them out and feel all you could say what you want about the party, and so saying it as it is. If you don't like it, get a camera, microphone, set up yourself and do your own program. But you can't vex with me for having an opinion. And you can't vex with me for stating facts. I vote for anything but the NNPs. I vote for the NDC. And they are looking at specific seats to do this in. They know that there are seats that were won by a small margin that has already been eroded, and the new National Party will pick up those seats. So you see them busy up north. You see them busy in certain seats within the St. George's belt. You see them busy because they are trying their very best to destabilize the NNP vote, because they see their vote bleeding. So they have to try and bleed the NNP vote too. So check the voters list. Be wary. Get others to come back into the fold of the new National Party. It is important. Get others to come home to the new National Party. You know them. As I said, you've been on the bus with them going to rally. You've been out there with them. You've even campaigned with some of them. Speak to them. Get them to come back home. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Sheldon. Welcome back. You've starved me, man.
Oh gosh, no, sorry about that. But
Welcome
you know.
back in good health.
Yes, I'm good now.
Yeah. You understand? Well, right now, Peter David selling passport too, you know.
Well,
you know that he's selling them in the what do you call it? The thing what?
He's a Grenadian, and they have a program. The approval had to come from the NDC administration. So I mean, they could have said no, but they said yes. So there may be reasons behind them saying yes. We don't know.
Yeah, well, I heard on the radio get the license to sell his FBI agent too.
Yeah.
So if how they plan to do what they plan to do to get votes and join together, but if they join together, they won't give up for Peter to be Prime Minister, so they go still have a fight, and if they can't think, they go when they join up, they go boss up.
My dear.
Right now, I kind of say me had to back Mr. Resistant on she to food because they say he's leaning on Dr. Mitchell for
and the people who say that
as a real leader.
The people who say that do not know.
So much fault with the lady.
They do not know, Miss Pierre.
Because he say, well, he done with politics so much years.
Mm-hmm.
They calling him grandpa. Well, especially for that man, Ran Redhead don't have no respect at all. And I don't know what.
Why let us bother with this guy?
What? Dr. Michelle don't interfere with anybody. Don't
listen.
Live in mind none of them.
If
Mr. Emily know she had to stand on she 2 foot, she know, but she can't go out blah blah in as them. She had to take she time and do what she doing and put the important problem in front, because right now we are to dig a lot of issues because they're asking questions since election in 2022. And up to now, no question, no answer yet, you know. They go up in telescope and have their meeting. They don't even talk nothing about the bomb home if people house fix back, if not. All they go to sing about when they reach the shape.
Just remember as well, my friend, that when that explosion went off, we were told that there was more explosives still at SSU barracks that was unstable. And we have family who live in close by. We have family who are based there, many of us. And as such, we have to be concerned about that, because up to this point in time, no report was put out in relation to that I know of.
Nothing.
We don't know when they're moving the next set of explosives.
Houses have got damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people after that they die. We don't know if it's the aftershock or whatever it is.
Hmm.
And nothing don't going on. Nothing don't happen. A thing happening, you know, but the thing what happening. I have a joke for you. Well, on a some station, somebody asked a question about the senator that is the Minister of Education.
Mm-hmm.
His son is on the Imani program, getting $1,100 or $1,200 a month, wherever he is, because he graduated from university, if he's in Barbados or wherever he is. And he on the list. When they come in, they didn't take no new Imani. And if you know he was a Imani in Grenada here before he left, after you finish whatever, you're supposed to come out on it to go. You can go and draw money from here. So a question asking and nobody can answer it now. So have a blessed night.
My dear.
Come back now, so I'll go hear you again.
All right, thank you so very much. All right. Yes, indeed, friends. And you see, the caller mentioned the questions. Dr. Mitchell himself put forward several questions when he was leader of His Majesty's opposition. And up to now, the vast majority of those questions, I dare say, I believe at least 90% of those questions remain unanswered. These people just believe they don't have to respond to nobody, they don't have to answer to nobody, and they're not answering. So they have not answered these questions that have been asked. Everything in relation to traveling and several other areas. They have not been answering those questions. You, the Grenadian people, do not know, up to this day, the cost of the independence celebrations that were held, the 50th anniversary. You do not know. You hear a kind of cost pass in relation to some lights that was lighting up the Carriacou. So I don't know what those lights are right now. So I don't know if they take those lights and they're putting it up for Christmas. I don't know what they're doing. But those lights, you hear significant amounts of money was spent for them. But this government, up to this point in time, has not said to us, the Grenadian people, through Parliament or otherwise, how much money was spent on the 50th independence celebrations. How much was the drone show? They can't tell you that. How much was spent on other things? They cannot and will not tell you that. They can, but they will not. So we are left to speculate in relation to various things. You hear that they have gotten into arrangement in relation to that property that formerly used to be Flamboyant. You know that they had to find a significant amount of money, a couple millions to pay off the investors. The government ain't telling us how much money they take to pay off the investors, and if the investors have been paid, or if Grenada, within the next 6 months or 1 year, can find themselves at the end of a class action lawsuit because the government seized the property and did not pay the people for their investment in the property, as they promised to do. So up to this point in time, we don't know. We are left in intellectual holding pattern because we cannot say exactly what has taken place with that Koana Bay project and the repayment to the investors. Not the developers. The developers get their money and think them gone away. The investors, the people who say, I want to have a share in this, look at 200,000 US. These people, we have not heard if these people got back their money up to this point in time. So we're still waiting for those bits and things happening. Yeah, real things happening. We can't get the information in relation to these things because, yeah, things happening. Folks, 440-7377-329-347. I think I'm saying that one wrong, Yeah, I think it's 347-329. Yeah, 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Yes, you can call us on the overseas line. You can call us on the straight line. You can also call us on the WhatsApp to get into tonight's program. Yeah? I thought that I hear Cammy by now. I ain't hear Cammy. Camille Teresa Scott, like you go and take it early, girl. I know he does go sometime. With that hot sun that had in Tongue today, I wouldn't doubt. Yeah? Yes, indeed. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. And what do you think here? Now, I'm looking for something here, but I can't find it to play. I wanted to play something tonight, but I cannot find it. Yeah, and that does stress me when I can't find them thing and them. But as you know, we just setting back up and so on. So we're making sure that things are in place for what we have to do. This government is all focused on the wrong things. Yeah? It would be interesting to note how much money has been spent on the Office of Creative Affairs. And do they now have an office? Because remember, up to a particular point in time, the people did not have a physical office that was working from home. Yeah? So they were receiving thousands of dollars a month to work from home. Well, you can't vex with them, because if you hire me and you say work from home and you're going to pay me thousands of dollars, no problem, go ahead. So you can't vex with the workers. But who was it that put that in place? So what have been the benefits to Grenada outside of spending a couple million on that office? What have been the benefits to Grenada? Has a platform been put in place for the development? And we have a caller online. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Go right ahead, caller.
Hey, Sheldon, good night, good night.
Good night, my brother. How are you?
You know, you get any report about the equipment they had to put on the American have to put on the airport?
No, we spoke.
Is the time gone already?
Hold on, we spoke about that earlier, and we said that we're still waiting for information from government. We have none.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I came on late because I did.
I know you would have come in late if you're asking that question, because we did speak to that earlier and say that we're still waiting on the government to tell us.
Well, you can ignore the American. They're going to take it as a slap in the face.
Well,
you can't do them that. You go have repercussion on Grenada.
Okay, caller. Let's just say that those who are going for visa and you're finding having problem to get, just know that it might be, Just know that might be the situation. Those of you that go in for visa and getting turned back, just know that it might be associated to something along those lines. Yeah? 1473-440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. I mean, I hear them talking, things happening. You're wondering what? Okay. You're lighting the stadium. I was on the board of directors. I saw the plans for lighting the Grenada Cricket Stadium. I know that there was something before Caribbean banknote in relation to the lighting of the Grenada Cricket Stadium together with the Lassages playing field. And that there was some mix-up so that the Lassages playing field was done and the cricket stadium was supposed to be part of the entire package, and they had to go and renegotiate. So now you hear them, we're lighting the stadium, we're doing such an excellent job. No, you're completing what the New National Party started. Yeah, the same as with the Molyneux, although you do a bad job of that. The same as we're waiting for you to finish River Road. You see, they like to treat River Road people like if River Road people is nobody. Yeah? King Jaja must come back and visit again. They're treating River Road like if River Road people is nobody. So they don't deserve proper road. They don't deserve not to have flooding done. They don't deserve proper egress. No, they're treating River Road people like if there is nobody. Watch. Election night, I'll tell you, don't worry. I stopped drinking alcohol, but I'll drink that night, go ahead. On a particular person loss, I will drink on it. Not in excess, just a little sip. Yeah? Just in case my doctor listening. 14734407377. That is the number for you to get onto the inside as we're winding down on tonight's program. And yes, folks, we will be back tomorrow night. I do have a guest with me on tomorrow night to speak about several issues. I believe Mr. Christopher Diali Jr. will be on with me tomorrow night. And Wednesday night, yes, we do have program Wednesday night and Thursday night and Friday night as well, God's willing. All right, no, we don't do Saturday night. We ain't doing Saturday night. We're not doing Sunday either. We do one Sunday program once. We ain't doing Sunday. Maybe when the time get closer, we might think of doing weekends, but not now. Yeah, and plus, all your boy need to take rest and so on. But folks, I want to take the last few minutes to deal with two individuals. And when I say deal with two individuals, to give some insight into two individuals. One is Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, who has signaled that he's at the end of his career, that this is basically his last budget present. You know, Doc probably knows better than us what's going through the present Prime Minister's head. So when he said this is the last budget presentation he'll be presenting at and so on. And we are going to take some time, as we were doing previous to my stepping off of the island for that extended period of time. We are going to be taking the time to show you different snippets of not just Dr. Mitchell, but NNP at work in the past. Because see, one of the problems we have, when I hear people saying Emlyn Pierre this and Emlyn Pierre, number one, they can't come around me with that. So I have to hear it, by the way, that Emlyn Pierre is not the real leader. They have no idea who Emlyn Pierre is. These individuals have never worked with the lady. They have never spent time around the lady. They do not know the force that is Emlyn Selina Pierre. And that is why I said to you all, NNPites, defend your leader. Don't let them feel they could go and say anything about it. I ain't saying get in confusion and cuss. I'm saying put forward your points because you have facts. You have a decent individual as your political leader. You have a woman with a track record of achievement in this country as your political leader. Where was Deacon Mitchell after Hurricane Ivan? When Emlyn Pierre organized groups of young people, teenagers, preteens, people in their 20s, to go and build houses for people. That same Emlyn Pierre. And they can't tell me a lie, I have the video and the pictures. When she was organizing groups of young people in positive activities to change their lifestyle, when she was going on the blocks and getting the young men who were involved in violence out of violence with the Badness Outer Style program, and mentoring young men and women, not only in Grenada, but outside of Grenada too. Where were they when she was doing all that? When Ivan flattened we country? I didn't hear these people getting anybody together and saying, let's go and build a house for this disabled person, or let's go and build a house for this elderly person. Emlyn Pierre did it. And I tell you, don't play with me. I have the pictures and the video to prove it. When she was crossing rivers to go and visit young agriculturalists and getting opportunities for them to travel and learn different techniques to further what they were doing. When she would make a call to young women and young men in an audience and say, are you all interested in becoming nurses? Come to the front after the meeting. And to see these young ladies, mainly young ladies, come up and go and get the opportunity. Some of them working in the General Hospital now in White. Some of them in the UK. Some of them in the US. Some of other Caribbean territories. But they got that opportunity because Emlyn Pierre made the call, not Deacon Mitchell. Where was he when all of that was taking place? Where was he when the previous NDC administration said to you, the Grenadian people, that there was no money and no agreement for the Grenada National Stadium, and that there was a decision that Glenn Noel had put forward a proposal for them to take the money for the stadium and use it? No, that was the money for the houses and use it. Where was Deacon Mitchell when Emlyn Pierre came in as the Minister of Youth and Sport, and in probably the shortest time in Caribbean history, had the Kirani James Stadium built, that we could have had the intercall games taking place there, that there could be Welelein, that they go in and have Carifta games there? Is Emlyn Billet? I was there in the ministry when Madam Wu, the Chinese ambassador, well, best we did give her office in the Ministry of Sports, and you could check Mrs. Vida Victor Bruno, she could tell you about it. Madam Wu was in there nearly every day, sometimes multiple times a day, with different aspects of it, working directly with the Honorable Emlyn Pierre to make sure that that project was done and done on time. so that we could have had the Grenada invitationals that this government dropped, where right now our young men and young women would have been able to say that they ran in a world-class athletics championship in their home country, in front of their family and their friends here in Grenada, along with the likes of the world champions and the Olympic champions and the Commonwealth and well, we do have Pan American again, but the champions from these different games here in Grenada that brought in significant amounts of revenue. Them taxi men used to love it. Them taxi men and them hotel and things, they could have tell you about it when you have Grenada invitationals taking place. What this government do? They drop the ball. They drop the ball in relation to it. And this is why we end up in the situation we are in right now. But I could guarantee you, had it been a new National Party administration, that you would be having Grenada invitationals and other games too taking place in Grenada. Not just talking about completing something and NP started. They can't tell me about those things. I was on the board of directors. I know about the lights at the stadium. You can't fool me. Fool others who allow themselves to be fooled. You can't fool me. So we have these situations where these people try to give the impression that they are doing so much when we have lost so much and gained so little. Don't let them fool you. They can't talk down to Emlyn Pierre. They are not even worthy of lacing her shoes. If she used to wear lace-up shoes, I think it's more than pull-on and things she does wearing. They are not worthy of lacing her shoes. She has shown dedication to this country, her country, your country, our country. She has shown dedication to our country. And she is a person who will help to take Grenada to the next level. She is a leader who believes in working along with her team for national development. Not dressing up and jumping a plane every week and put somebody else in charge. Especially when you're the Minister of Infrastructure, so that you can have what is taking place right now in relation to our infrastructure taking place in Grenada. No, that ain't Emlyn. She's hands-on. She will ensure that the job of developing Grenada gets done. She's a people's person, as anybody who has met her, any part of Grenada, can let you know. And she's preceded by an individual in the person of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, who is respected not just in Grenada. Ron and them need to shut up. They can't talk. In fact, Doc might be upset that I even mentioned Ron in the same breath as him. I don't know why we just bother with Ron. Because he's not worthy of mention. Where's his claim to fame? He win a seat? Bravo, your name will be there in history. Mine in history too, I didn't even win a seat. And my name will be there in history. And there are many young people, thousands throughout Grenada, from programs I had a hand in developing, that have been able to better themselves. If I close my eyes now, that is a legacy that I have left. You know them kind of fellas, whenever my eyes close, that's a long decades from now. You know them fellas and them come and play the talking like me and them is boss friend. Me, I no friend with none of them. Saying it as it is. I ain't no friend with none of them. Don't get the impression that me and them is friend. We are no friend. Yeah? So folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points. And it's been wonderful being back, you know. And you know, back in familiar settings and that kind of thing. You understand? Right? So, in everything you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to you. Want to be speaking with you. And I don't want to be speaking about you. Yeah. I don't want to be speaking about you. Folks, I am out to enjoy the rest of your night tonight. Let me see if I can find a nice tune to get earlier to go out with. Where this thing go? Hey. Just so I'm trying to find a nice tune for you and the tune go, you know. That tune in. Yeah, that tune in. You tune in, do anything right now? Yeah. Let me take this one here. I am out.
From the hear the voice, Alex Souza no out here. Come and find me. There is a hole. Right mansion away spill. Yeah. In the sky. Oh, you can enter this golden city. Just repent and be baptized. There is a home. Oh, golden city. Right mansion away spill. In the sky. Oh, you can enter this golden city. Just repent and be. Come revival.